Hello, welcome to our YouTube channel. We are Wives Rising. Marriage is not a straight line,
but every day we strive to make it straight.
Yes, every day we strive to make it straight. Here we are with me, Sandra Lubanga,
Barbara Emiru, Beatrice Chimpi,
Karina,
and we are Wives Rising. Yes, ladies, I welcome you. Today, as we draw close to the end of the year, there are those things that we always set up called goals. We are always excited to celebrate with our loved ones and as well excited to enter into the new year. But when you're going into the new year, there is that vigor that we have, there is that energy that we have, there are those things that we want to see attain in a certain year. So today, ladies, we are going to discuss about what are the things that you want to see achieve in 2024 as a family. So the ladies here with me, they are going to tell us, they are going to advise us in certain areas, how can we achieve in a certain area. It can be family, it can be career, it can be fitness, it can be emotional, you might be setting a target for marriage, you know, anything. We talked about savings in our previous videos. We talked about vacations. You're like, this 2024, it's a must, I need to travel. So we are going to discuss about those things.
If I wrote you a symphony just to say how much you mean to me, what would you do? If I told you you were beautiful?
And I'm going to start with the lady here with me, Barbara. What are one of those goals that our viewers out there, also you guys, you can tell us what you think. You can advise. You know, there are so many things. You can also tell us, we can learn from you. But here, Barbara is going to discuss with us. How are you seeing your 2024?
My 2024 personally, not family goal, but my personal goal is to build up spiritually.
Wow.
Friends.
Wow.
I am very challenged by some ladies here. I want, somebody there. Has the fire, Bambi at Kuba. So I want to also build up my spiritual life. But even my husband really challenges me. You know how they say, you press too much. People. There are times when my husband wakes up to pray, and I peep, and the spirit is telling me, why don't you wake up?
I like, wow.
But my husband really prays and he challenges me. But this time around, I want to be the wife who will wake up with him, and I go, and he will love it. So spiritual goal 2024. I'm coming for you.
Amen, Pastor Barbara. We cannot wait. Okay, that is one of the goals, but she's going to share more. Beatrice, what are those things that you're planning to do 2024?
2024. One of the things that the foundation on which we started was we had our own goals, but we had a family goal. And in the middle there are times when you feel like your ideas start becoming divergent, like Beatrice's ideas kind of want to be different from Dempsey's ideas. But I've found it that in those seasons when you want to divert your ideas, your goals to be totally different, the family can really rip apart. So I'm going to continue with the thing that we are doing. I find so much joy in the family vision. I find so much fulfillment, so much purpose when we are working together. So if you're a young couple or you're a couple who you literally don't have any project that you're doing as a couple, it's very important that you embark on one because it brings that oneness. You find yourselves communicating, even if you've quarreled in the morning, but there's something that has to be done. Since it is something that is united and you have to consult your husband or you have to consult your wife, you find yourself, we need to do this. So I would advise us, if you have a family vision, continue with it. If you don't have, you can try and look around what are the things that you can do as a couple that can unite the two of you. Despite the fact that on my channel or on my independent channels, I talk so much about goal setting and achieving things and pursuing goals, personal development and personal growth. That does not remove the fact that you need to also grow as a couple. You need to, embark on things. This thing helps you to know how to work together. Helps you to know what annoys your husband when you're working together. How does he understand finances? How does, it brings you close to the mind of the other person. So that when you also go ahead and continue in other projects like construction. Whatever project that comes up, you know how to handle your wife, you know how
For
to...
us this year, the thing that has really put us together is, you know, that morning session of when we are like organizing the boys to go to school, because my husband wakes up, we woke up for, my husband especially, for morning glory. So for him, when he wakes up, it's like after morning glory, he will wake up and just let the boys organize. So as maybe I'm preparing breakfast, he's bathing the boys.
Wow.
So there is a way, like even if we didn't, like, well, we're not connecting somewhere, he'll say, where are the stockings? Where's the bag? The homework is not in the bag. So he's involved in that morning routine. So it is really hard for us to leave home when we are not at par. Because of course the kids will ask, Mommy, Dad is looking for this. Mommy, Dad is asking for Vaseline. You know, so there, the family is, I've really found it helpful.
Yeah.
Sometimes even if when I stay in bed, somehow the kid will maybe say, Mommy, Daddy wants the Vaseline. So there
find
I have
yourself
to
waking up.
And sometimes of course you feel guilty, you're like, okay, let me just go and help him. So I really think that feeling of working together is good.
And also to add on Babi's morning routine this season, there are things that God does in your marriage that you've always been yearning for. I'm not someone who pressurizes people to change. I'll not be on Dennis to change for me for anything. If something hurts me, if I talk to you once and you don't get it, I'm done talking to you about that. But I will pray, and you see God answering these things even after years. My husband never drops kids to school. And it has been a struggle that when I went back to school, it was a struggle. In the morning, we wake up and discuss with my friends at like 4 a.m. So no sooner have you started like discussing like an hour, then it's time to wake up the kids. You have to beat jam and all that. So I can never discuss with my friends. So it feels like I'm cheating them. They're always the ones discussing. My phone is on loud. You're shouting with kids. Oh, get in the car. It's getting late. And I always felt like, why doesn't he come out? So God just makes wonders somehow.
Dad.
Somehow you can't believe when I see them driving off. This is one of the seasons in my life where I'm the one staying home.
Wow.
I don't even pressurize. I have to dress up. You know, it has been really a hassle for so many years. And yet the minutes that I leave him sleeping to come, like I drive, drop the kids, come back, and then he wakes up. It's just like a difference of like 40 minutes, which he could have, sacrificed and woken up. But somehow he has jumped on, and the kids love it. You know how you can sit in the car, and this time Dad is the one taking us to school.
Happy 2024.
No, it was happy ending of 2023 and happy beginning of 2024. And we pray the habit continues.
So, uniting routines really bonds people.
But it looks like a small help, but it is really
It really
big.
is.
Except the problem is, sometimes us wives take it for granted.
And we want to leave it for them
Exactly.
forever.
Now that is what I'm beating for me.
Yeah.
Like in me, like it's not a must. So you wake up and
Set your goals.
Yes.
Karen, what do you have to
It's
tell
helping,
us?
Wow, setting goals for 2024. You guys have shared all, but one thing I want to share is the career development, and as a family, because we are wives here, as you're planning to go back to school, of course it's good to pick up skills, work on yourself, work on your personal development, get skills, get tools to use in your career. But it's good to plan as a family who is going to school and who is not.
I know.
Sometimes it becomes so weird when both of us were just getting out and all, unless otherwise. But it is really important to sit as a couple. In your career journey, you plan. By August, I'll be doing this. But it's good 2024 to set a goal on your career. Work on yourself. Work on yourself. Career development. Be firm in every position that you're placed in. Be the person that you can conquer and win. So 2024, I'm thinking of acquiring skills. I need to be the cutting edge person, not to be the dull knife. I need to sharpen myself. So it's one of my things, 2024, to pick up skills and to be up to speed. Yes.
Thank you, Karin. Career is really important. You talked about career, and then that takes me to family goals. As a family, you need to set goals that favor all of you as a family.
Yes.
She talked about going to school. All of you cannot go to school at the same time unless otherwise. You know, there are those circumstances that can force you. But as a family out there, what goals do you set when a year is starting? Do you sit with the children and discuss about it? You know, there are families when you have like 4 candidates, 5 candidates, and then you have to lay strategies and say, okay, this year we have so and so is going to do their POE, so and so is going to the university, maybe out of the country. So those are the things that you need to align as a family. You'll note them down and say, okay, 2024 we are starting 24, but Jedediah is starting nursery school. Then we have so and so is going to be a candidate in S6. Then you see, it helps as a family, and then even it helps your children to know now the focus. For example, if it's finances, they know since Barbara is going to the university, our parents' priority right now is Barbara. And now all the money they are getting, we need to get money for so and so to join the university. It helps with other family members, the kids, the other children, to tone down. And then also their expectations won't be much. And you cannot imagine the joy that will be in the family when they know that, okay, this target was achieved. Barbara has gone to the university. So it's always good. You set the family goals and also follow them as a family. Yeah, it can be, even you pray about them as a family. I remember this day to the prayer mountain as a family, we pray for our
prayer requests.
We belay in our prayer requests, the goals we've set as a family. And man, it really works, and you cannot imagine the joy.
But now, do you think, by the way, for me, I think like 2 years ago, we had stopped planning, like laying those of, we want this year we want to buy land, next year we want to build. Somehow I got, at some point I got discouraged, because I'm like, last year we wrote land, and even this year we are writing the same thing. We do not, but it frustrates you somehow.
But it keeps you on track. Don't be discouraged. It is a good thing to plan.
But also, like I want to add on what Barbara is saying. When someone is setting goals, they have to know that there are types of goals. There are short-term goals and long-term goals. So you can't be a family where your total income maybe is like 800. And then you like in 2024 by December we are going to be in our own house, unless someone is going to give you that house, or the house is going to fall from heaven. So on setting your goals, it has to be that you have some goals that you have named short term and long term. And as we know that long term goals are goals that are 3 years and 5 years. So it is up to you to know how you're going to plan on achieving those long-term goals. Like you say, you cannot say your household income is 800. You're going to construct a house by December 2024. It's unrealistic. But at least you can first make the budget of the house that you want. Then that budget, you calculate the money that it would take. Then you divide how much money can we save every month. Then that is when you can know that money times how many months can we achieve. Then that's when you set that goal that by this year, that is when we are going to construct our house. So every year it's mandatory that there's money that goes off into either buying land, those long-term goals, those big goals, the ones that you know you cannot just come and achieve.
So you mean like those big goals you save for them?
Yes, of course.
And it is not good to capture all the goals together at once. Even if they're short term. You cannot plan to say maybe, okay, the simplest to be, okay, it's not simple, but the simplest would be maybe physical fitness. You cannot say every day I'll be going to the gym. It is not realistic. You will not achieve it. But say maybe
3 days a week.
You can even start with once in a week.
Once in a week. So what Beatrice is saying, like if your household income is 800, you'll be like, in the next 5 years, we'll be saving 200 every month.
Buying land.
Yeah. So that, because remember, you have other things that are still going on your 800.
Yeah. So that when the buying of land goes off, then you start another big goal of constructing.
Yes. Yeah, and even the spiritual life, it sounds
easy,
simple,
but
it's not. You cannot be 2024, I'll be waking up at 3. It is a culture, it is a habit
You develop.
that you develop every day, every minute. Before you know it, even if you don't set an alarm, you find yourself
Working.
Yeah, actually, we need to be real to ourselves. You know, when the
Yes.
earth just started with those goals, there's that excitement that you have.
pressure.
If you say, okay, like Barbara said, spiritual praying, she'll wake up, January, February, March, and then, alarm, you know. And so, like Karina said, be real. You know, I'm going to pray. Maybe even you can set up with a group so that you have countable partners that will tell you, Babs, you've not prayed. Babs, let's do this.
ate
And then-
tubanyoma.
No, if you set a goal,
Accountable.
be accountable to that person.
Yes.
If it's a group goal, if you set as a group goal for your friends to help you, respect them and respect yourself as well. You know, you're the one who has set them.
Me, I'm going to do
But
that.
you're talking directly.
No, not to you, but respect yourself. Not to you, but to anyone
Yes,
else.
yes,
All of
yes.
us, we need to be real. We need to be real. Now, for the long-term goals, Beatrice talked about.
There's something you had mentioned about smart goals.
Yeah, smart goals. You need to be
Yes,
specific,
that's
like
a
S
good-
stands for.
It's a characteristic of goals.
Yeah.
Even if it's short time,
Or long term, yeah.
It has to be smart.
The goals have to be smart.
Now, we define the smart goal. For us, we know, but for them, they don't know. What does the smart mean?
S is
It's
for
specific. You be specific with
Yes.
what exactly do you want.
You don't
Now,
say, Ganzi, yeah? You want Jedediah. I want Jedediah to go to school. That's a big goal. You want Jedediah to go to school. To which school?
Which school?
Which type of school?
Tuition. Do you can you afford that tuition?
Who is going to be picking?
Who is going to be picking him?
Those are, you be specific.
Yeah.
Be
Then
specific.
another one, M.
Measurable.
Measurable. Measurable in terms of
Financial?
no. Like, let me say, I want Ganza to go to school for let me say, for her nursery school, for his nursery school. And it will be, let me say, measurable in terms of he's going to spend there 3 years.
Yes, yeah, the
You
time.
get it? Yes.
Okay.
And this is how much
You know
I'll be
how long
paying.
you're
Okay, let me
take.
give it in terms of losing weight. You can say, I want 2024, I want to lose
20
20
pounds.
kgs. You don't say, I want to lose weight. You will not be motivated
You
when you
measure.
yeah, you measure
I
it.
want to lose
So
20
that
pounds.
you monitor the way you eat, the exercises,
Yes.
what you take in. So after the M, the A.
Attainable.
And
Is your
achievable.
goal achievable?
Yes, achievable. Now let's talk about constructing a home. I know we are all faith people. We are believers. We believe God can do wonders.
Everything is
Everything is possible. He makes way where there seems to be no way. And then you find whose house? You see house here in Ham. There's a house I saw. It's like a hotel, and you say, in 5 years I'm going to have a house
Like Ham's
house. Meanwhile, your household income is 500. Was Gata was on our because 2 million household income. It's really you're going to break yourself because so in 5 years you can only construct a certain type of house, and then you would make the other one to be like a 20-year plan. Or a retirement home, like that is what achievable means. And also you can't say it's December, I'm going to lose 30 kgs in 2 months. Is it achievable?
It's not achievable.
Is it measurable?
Yeah.
Is it achievable?
So what's the
No.
other one?
The other one is R, realistic.
It wants to be like
Reliable.
reliable.
Real, being
You must
real.
be real to yourself.
Yeah.
Don't deceive yourself. If you're setting a goal, sit down and be like, with my 800,
What
can
can I
I buy
do?
land of
Yes.
30 millions? Be real. Look at your savings. Look at your expenditures. Look at
I've
everything.
thought about a very weird example.
Yes, think about it.
You marry someone, you know very well that they are short. Then you say, next year I'm going to pray for my husband.
To my husband to be told.
Even there's that prayer request that we used to make when we were, before I got married, we used to, this year I'm going to get a boyfriend. As if we're going to kwe kwana.
Ochitegera, it
realistic.
is not realistic.
And if
because
I-
No,
And you don't get
it can be it can be a goal. It
But
can
it is not realistic.
yeah.
Especially if you cannot work on it.
Yeah, something that you do not have
Yes,
control
control
over
over.
it. Yes.
Yes.
But it can be your goal that I would love to have a boyfriend, but
That is a prayer item.
it's not something
That
that
is a prayer
100%
Actually, a goal, you must be in the position
to work on it
yourself.
Exactly. Like a man can say, I'll get a girlfriend
And
because it's in his power.
Mm.
It's in his power to get the girlfriend.
Then
But as a
time
lady, time bound, you've talked about it. You set a time.
Yeah.
Now
Whenever there's no time limit, you'll never achieve a goal.
You will never.
You'll come to December and I didn't achieve
Like just
it.
ended.
And also, the time helps you to put you on pressure to do something. Because when you have quarterly goals like Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, you realize that Q1 is getting over. Like, oh my God, because the other quarter also has its own goals.
You set it like in quarters also.
Yeah.
Like in this quarter we are doing this, in this quarter.
Especially the short term.
Yeah, actually setting time. Time is really, really, really good. It takes me back those days when we were building. You know, building is one of the things that has never been easy. But we set up the time and like, okay, within 3 months, we need to have this gone. Then in those 3 months, you would work tooth and nail. If it means having bins, you have the bins because every single penny
Matters.
Every single penny. But how did we achieve it? We first sit down with the engineers, the people that are constructing. They tell you within these 3 months, you're going to need 20 million, for example, to have that slab done. Then you look at yourself, can we achieve that 20 million? Do you have that 20 million? Then you look at your sources of income. We're like, yes, we can gather this 20 million.
What
then
cost are we going to cut?
Then you then you
sacrifice.
Outings, you start on the basics.
Another goal I wanted to share before we forget is the
Finances.
The finances and the friends.
Yes.
You know, we are couples who don't have friends. First of all, we've not worked towards it. We are in our cocoon alone. You're always alone. Kindly, me, one of the things that we're talking about, me and my husband, that the friends goal. We need friends. We can no longer afford to be alone. We need people around us. Because we have family, but we need friends that you count on, you know, and it requires work. Meaning you have to travel, go to Beatrice's home, sit, discuss Beatrice, how are you? You put in time, you put in resources. So it's one of the goals that I would encourage young couples, old. We can no longer be alone. We need people.
Yes.
We need people to celebrate us. You know that there are people who don't even know your anniversary because you don't have people to remember you. And remember, you cannot post yourself. Sometimes, even if you try, you need your friends to carry the vibe.
You need to
for
feel
you.
loved. As we grow, we need people surrounding us. We need
it's one
friends
of
to
the
show us
things
love.
that we are planning intentionally to do. 2020.
Even parenting, you can say this year, but I want to change the word parenting.
Yes,
I want to have time with my kids.
That is very
I need to
good.
supervise their cartoon. I need to do so. It's also you need to be intentional.
Family time, actually, family time is needed for both men and women. Even men, we need you in the lives of the children. Not only
in our
us.
lives.
No, not only us. There are men that can fix time for their wives, but they don't have the time for the kids. So this year, if you're a man there, you're a married man, make family time as one of your goals for 2024 because the way the world is taking us, you know, the father figures are really dying and we need the father figures to arise again. So if a woman also they're out there, tell your man, we need you 2024.
I'm thanking God because you have seen change.
Testimony time.
Testimony. If I start, I can even cry. But anyway, like a number of things have really improved, like marriage and family-wise. I see change. Even the dates increased. Those days I used to be the one pushing. Honey, don't do that. These days. Honey, I'm coming to pick you from work when we pass by there.
Like
the spiritual goal should be emphasized.
You know.
I know. Prayer should. By the prayer moves mountains.
Yeah, prayer moves mountains.
For me, I'll talk about people who struggle to stay connected. Like sometimes it's one-sided, like you see how Barbara is very excited, but if the other person also comes on board, the weight gets lifted or it gets lighter.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, I've ever spoken it in some video, but it seems very simple for people to pray together as husband and wife, but it is not that simple to maintain over the years.
It is not simple.
Not at all.
So for me, how I think about in June, I was like, so I decided, like, I have to now start praying for myself. So you'll be like, Wesaba, but from that, you know, when it's like a habit. When you start it, what Omsanze ever say, me, I'll get the hand, start praying, but the person is even snoring. In the morning, I pray, you hold his hand, you pray. With time, the day you don't do it, you see him waking up to pray.
How come that you no longer pray?
Hey.
You know,
So,
actually they do
consistency.
when they're not even, you don't have asleep, waiting for you to pray.
Yes.
Like, okay, let me wait for her. They're not pretending.
But
to
then
sleep
for
and
those who
sleeping.
have their husbands who pray, you
Rest
But
the
brother,
Lord.
Yes,
Oh,
but
Lord.
consistently people, like I think it's like the way he does, the way he's consistent with praying, like morning glory. Like these days, sometimes we used to pray, but wake up and you sing, wake up and you sing. These days, you even be like, but before he tells me, let me sit up. You understand? So because he's even consistent, you just know, even if he's up country, by the way, he will call me.
Wow.
Wow.
Honey, wake up, time for morning glory.
Wow.
Yeah, so we need to be consistent. When you're praying with your husband, you're encouraging him.
Yes.
Today he's dozing, but you keep holding his hand. Just the way, yeah.
Actually, the consistency, not only in prayer line, in all other things. Beatrice has just mentioned something. She used to drop the kids alone, but she did it consistently, and now here is the time.
Yeah.
She's chilling.
She's chilling.
So whatever you're doing, do it fast, especially if you're the one in the position right now. We grumble a lot in the process. You grumble instead of grumbling. If it is you in the capacity of saving, save. You save.
Your partner will find you
You
along
will
the way.
find you on the way. You save for the land. You don't know how the Lord is going to bless you and going to bless him, but consistency it is, especially the person.
You know what I've
Carry
seen,
it on.
yes, what I've seen in marriage. You start a good culture, feeling burdened, feeling alone, but it banange, because I think we are one in the spirit. With time, the other person comes.
Also
and
gets to
catches up.
know.
You're very right.
Yes.
Me,
You're
I've
very
seen
right,
so many things
Beatrice.
like Barbara, so many goals that my husband desired, and I was like, and he persisted. They were he ran to catch up. They were he ran to catch up.
You're right.
Why don't you do this? Bambi nakuberako. Why don't you do this? Paka rakuvako. Then because for him it's consistent, because he knows the end goal is going to be good. You find yourself
Coming.
catching up.
Actually, let me share the trick that we use, the viewers. My boyfriend always agamba, go in anointing, chukoli. And honestly, you know why you're grumbling? Because you feel, but honestly, to be realistic, you're the one anointed.
Anointed in that area.
In that area.
Yes.
But you people also grumbling.
Auntie, when you
Instead of
don't realize
grumbling.
that it is you, that in that season, why not you grumble?
I think,
but
yeah.
embrace the fact that in such a moment, you see how Beatrice is running to catch up, and you'll find that person in any area.
Yeah,
In
actually,
any
I
area
think
in
that is
marriage.
really important.
Yes.
Like, not all the time we are going to be on the same page.
Yes.
Not all the time. So
They will
just
run after you.
yeah.
But you have mentioned sensitive. I don't everything I feel like tick.
Yes. For you carry your cross without grumbling, with joy,
Yeah.
you will see.
I feel like even in setting goals as a family, there's going to be
Yes, yes.
But if Sweepy feels it, let
Yes,
it
me I've seen
Yes.
it in my marriage. My husband, there are things behind a miracle, and then you'll be like, God, thank you so much. And even when you feel like you are ashamed,
in the moment,
because
yeah,
for
before
him
you
he
feel
was so consistent.
burdened.
But even me, the same thing. Now I realize the thing that God has given me the space to do. I feel the energies. Sophie, thank you.
Yes.
For your prayers. They are working. Thank you. You know, he will even encourage you to
Maybe
do.
to make our viewers to understand this. There are a lot of sayings that stick in my head, but one saying that I saw, it was like a quote. We are a team, we are in a pitch, we are playing, me and my husband, we're a team. The rest of the people, are on the fence. They are either cheering us, or when we fail, they don't really matter in this aspect. So if you understand, that's a point to that's a point to support some other thing. But what I want to say, in that team, this team that is playing in the pitch together, you can never be the same as the defender. So embrace your role in that season, that goal.
Yes, exactly.
Wow.
Thank you so much, ladies.
Before you close, people don't want striker and I'm the defender, and another is a goalkeeper. Just embrace your role.
Yes.
Run with it.
Yes.
Do it perfectly.
Yeah.
Fast. Hallelujah.
Amen. Above all,
But now people don't want this topic to end.
above all,
We can't wait.
pray and pray, because prayer never lies.
Yes.
It might take,
Yes.
in our eyes, it takes long.
In all your goals.
It takes long.
Yes.
Now, at the right time, you enjoy the fruit.
Exactly. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, ladies. This was super exciting. I think we are so much excited for 2024, but we are being real. Whatever you have shared, also share with us. What do you think?
Even
What are
as
your
Wives
goals?
Rising, we have some goals.
Yes, we also have goals. Do not miss us 2024.
Yeah, we're
Inform another lady, inform a gentleman to be part of Wives Rise. We want to grow together, but be smart in everything that you do. Like they've said, pray. You set up the goals, but above all, it is God. Even those long-term goals, you can never know when they even come shut up. You never know. So keep praying, keep believing, keep working. Work upon those goals. One day at a time, we shall achieve. We shall achieve, all of us. We shall be happy. So we remain Wives Rising. Subscribe, like, comment, share.
Yeah.
We love
See you in the next
Bye-bye.
one. Bye.